Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing an episode prediction video on this week's up-and-coming episode of The Walking Dead. This is Season 8, Episode 13, entitled Do Not Send Us Astray. Okay guys, as always, there's a promo and a sneak peek for this episode, and I'll leave both links in the description below, as well as a link to AMC.com, so you guys can follow along with the synopsis. But the synopsis is as follows for this episode, guys. This is going to be a quick one. I do have to stream, so, either way. Synopsis for Do Not Send Us Astray. Trouble arises when unexpected visitors arrive at the hilltop and the community is thrust into action. Heartbreaking discoveries are made. Okay, so that's the synopsis. Now, comparing that to what happens here in the promo and the sneak peek that we have as well, we can take a few things from it. The unexpected visitors, I think, are the saviors. Simon's group. Negan's no longer with them. Negan is with Jadis at this moment. I don't know if we're going to see him this episode. It'd be definitely interesting to see what Jadis is planning on doing with him. She basically thinks that he killed all of her people, even though it wasn't necessarily him, it was Simon. And, I'm not sure what's going to happen there. That's like a separate storyline because there's no hint of him even being in the episode, like through the promo or anything. So I don't know. I don't think we're going to see Negan this episode, but what we are going to see is a hilltop raid, essentially. We have everybody at the hilltop in the promo basically getting ready for a war. Carol's kind of talking us through it, basically saying, we probably have like one more day until, this goes down, until this happens, until we go to war, and then nothing's guaranteed, stuff like that. Everybody's getting ready, man. Rick's on the porch, loading his gun. We have him in one shot doing that, so that was pretty cool. It was kind of like an up angle shot of Rick, so that was nice. Again, we just have people like patrolling the wall, while Carol's doing like a talkover, and they're getting ready, man. They're getting ready, and near the end of it, we see basically the saviors show up in a convoy of vehicles, if you will. They show up to like the front gates of the hilltop, and stuff starts to happen, man. Guns start to fire. I don't know if they're shooting at them. Maybe, because they've done it before where they've shot different angles of them, like maybe shooting at walkers, and then they make us think that they're shooting at each other. The hilltop and obviously the saviors, but we're not too sure exactly. Because we didn't necessarily see them really firing at each other in like the same scene. It was kind of like jump cuts and stuff like that. So we'll see, though. We'll see. It does look interesting. It does look like they are storming the hilltop, so I could definitely see them shooting at one point or another. But anyway, that's basically it for the promo. Like I said, it's a lot more detailed than that, but it's not necessarily really anything to go over because they're just getting ready for a war. And it looks like near the end of this promo, they're in a war, essentially. That's pretty well it. The sneak peek, on the other hand, is much more defined in the way of exactly what approach is being taken here by the hilltop and what approach is taken here by the saviors, like Simon and his people. Now, in the sneak peek, we have Maggie, obviously, in the hilltop. They're on a radio, and she's actually talking to Simon, who is outside of the hilltop at this moment. And he's basically saying, we got your care package of the guy that was dead in the box and everything like that. Kind of letting her know what's up, essentially. Saying the time has come for you to pay, and you're going to have to pay dearly, stuff like that. Kind of threatening him that way. And Maggie essentially just puts it point blank to him. She stands up to him at the end of the sneak peek and basically says, I have 38 of your people in here alive. Turn around, go back, and they're going to stay that way. But if you don't, I have 38 bullets that I'll personally put into every single one of them. So we have a badass Maggie here. We got a badass Maggie here, man. I'm really excited to see this side of her. Will she enforce any of it? I'm not sure. It is going to be very interesting to say the least. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. She looks dead serious, honestly. She really does. Negan is not there, at that hilltop raid. He's nowhere in sight, so Jadis definitely still has him somewhere. I'm interested to see if he's going to be in this episode. Like I said, I don't know if he's going to be, but if he is, it'll probably be like a side story off of the hilltop and off of the saviors. And I don't necessarily think the saviors are going to come straight away to hilltop at like the beginning of the episode. I think it's kind of be like a short build. Because like when the saviors show up, it looks to be like nighttime, but we see a lot of the promo in daytime. So I'm thinking we have like everybody in daytime getting ready, loading weapons, stuff like that. And talking about maybe their plans of what they're going to do if the Saviors attack tonight, stuff like that, And I think it's going to be definitely interesting to, kind of get a sneak peek into what exactly the Hilltop is thinking in terms of a plan, or are they just planning on holding their ground and shooting back, like, do they actually have a strategy in mind, or is it just like defend as long as we can, defend as long as we possibly can, try to get them all, and, hopefully just survive, right? So definitely going to be interesting. I wonder if Maggie's also going to implement any of the knowledge that Georgie sold her last episode. Is she going to start on some plants, like some farming and stuff like that? Or is there anything in those books related to war, that she would basically maybe take into account? Because, that would really play into the story. She sold goods and stuff like that for knowledge, right? And if that knowledge comes into effect, with this war, that would be really helpful. That would be something that she'd probably be grateful of, and that would kind of build the story arc there. Like Georgie kind of saved them a little bit, if you will. So, maybe there's some defense plans in there. That definitely could be. Also, we know that Negan was planning on obviously getting all the Saviors to basically get their weapons and walker guts and stuff like that. So I don't know if that plan's still into motion now that Negan's out of the play, or is Simon just planning on just shooting everybody anyway? Is that going to come into effect whatsoever? Is somebody going to get hit with a walker weapon and ultimately turn? We've seen that teased basically in the comic book, which was interesting. I don't know if we're going to see that this episode, or is that going to wait until maybe Negan comes back and then he's going to reinforce his plan? Because you got to think he's going to come back sometime, right? He's obviously going to come back sometime. So yeah, we have community thrust into action, unexpected visitors, all that. That's definitely the war and the approach that Simon and his group are taking to the Hilltop. But then heartbreaking discoveries are made. I'm not too sure what that means. I honestly don't. I don't know exactly what heartbreaking discoveries are made relates to in correlation to the story and the war. I don't know. Is somebody finding out about Carl's death, or, I'm pretty sure at this point everybody knows, so I don't really know what else could be a heartbreaking discovery, It's definitely going to be interesting to say the least. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys go ahead and smash it with a like. Follow me over on Twitch, all that good stuff, man. Follow me over on Twitch. I stream every single day at like 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm starting to do early streams now too, so make sure you guys tune in over there on twitch.tv/ElementofFrost. Link is in the description below. If you guys are down for like watching me game and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys like gaming or not, but I stream there every single day. And we're on the path to affiliate right now. So getting you guys over there and helping out would be awesome. All right. Thank you all so much. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.